Everyone wants to know, like, what do you got to do to throw harder? That will help each and every one of you guys who are trying to attain extremely high power output. You guys have probably heard me talk about glute engagement before. When you look at the commonality of extremely hard throwers, you know, in the big leagues, is they all have a very similar movement with their lower body mechanics. And instead of like essentially squatting and cracking that knee over that back foot, they all have this movement where it's sitting into their glutes instead of sitting more so quad dominant. The vertical shin would be terminology that's used for it. There's multiple ways to essentially screen it, see if the individual has the movement capacity to get into it, which most do. It's just sometimes more of a motor control issue that there's difficulty just achieving it. See a lot of guys that get disconnected with their heel. So what I mean by that is usually when you see quad dominant guys, is they kind of tend to break that knee. You see a little bit of heel disconnection, and then they go down the slope. Think like drive into the floor, into the mound with your entire foot. For me, it's majority heel driven into the ground, which allows me to stay connected, and it also allows me to put all my possible force and pressure into that, allowing me to get into a good hinging position, activating my biggest muscle group, which is my glutes, gluteus maximus, if you will. On how to better feel that for the individual. Love this company for a long time now. I've posted a lot about it. Big League Edge, VeloPro harness. For me, it's just something, again, it's a tool that can provide that feedback for what we're looking for. You can see that the bungees are pretty dang tense, and I know I've heard a lot of people talk about how it's really uncomfortable, and look, it's gonna be something that you just gotta get used to. It's gonna wanna pull that foot up, as you can see, right? It's gonna, like I said, there's a lot of tension towards it, but as far as really accomplishing that position that we're going for, getting those hips back, getting into that hip hinge, rather than leaking our energy forward, you get a bunch of reps in with this, and then you take it off, and it's just one of those things that natural movement's gonna wanna occur without having to really force it, without having to cue all of the time, which takes away from that natural athleticism. Implementing certain tools that can just provide that automatic feedback and for what we're trying to accomplish, if that makes sense. As you can see, I start my leg lift, come down, and it already pulls me into that hip hinge, and as you can see, kind of my knee position. There you go. There's a good example how to use it, and then you got to have extreme balance to take it off. You're welcome. I will link everything with the VeloPro and also a discount for the harness on my website. You can check it out, link in the bio, VeloPro harness, or just head over to therobbyroshow.com/VeloPro. So head over to the website, therobbyroshow.com/VeloPro, and like I said, man, I encourage you to check it out if you're an individual looking to attain high velocity. It maybe could be something that clicks for you. All right, guys, much love. Talk later.